to speak. Sing to speak.
Close enough.
Well, I wrote this song special for Valentine's Day, and I'm going to dedicate it to Elvira. She's a great lover of great music. And it's about the great romances since the world began.
All right.
Great romance. This song's about great romances since the world began. It all started with Adam and Eve, the first woman and first man. They ate the fruit that Adam saw, that Eve was bare and fair. He asked her out. She said, I can't go. I haven't a thing to wear. Where have I heard that before? Now Samson and Delilah had their famous tryst one day. Samson's strength was secret. What it was, he wouldn't say. So Delilah used her wiles, soon had Samson under her thumb. She cut his hair. When it comes to romance, men are really dumb. A woman's lust for men's wealth and power is well known throughout the years. So when David sent for Bathsheba, she really perked up her ears. But no, she said, I can't go. I'm wearing a wedding ring. But she took it off and went anyway. After all, he was the king. Another romance from biblical times was Abraham and Sarah. They had no children, none at all. Unusual for that era. Now Abraham wanted a son real bad, but Sarah couldn't begat. So she let Abraham use her servant Hagar. Can you imagine that? The most famous romance of all time was 500 years ago. Two teenagers thought they were in love. It was Juliet and Romeo. Their parents were bitter enemies and forbid them to wed, so then they killed themselves. Well, it really didn't happen. It was all from Shakespeare's pen. Back in 1936, Wallace Simpson snared her dear. Many folks here remember that. 'Twas the romance of the year. The King of England gave up the throne so that he and she could wed. It was strange he gave up ruling all the Brits so that she could rule him instead. Am I still on key?
Yeah, I wouldn't care if you weren't.
Romance in our modern times has really not changed a lot. Man meets girl, girl meets man, then they tie the knot. One girl you all surely remember was Marilyn Monroe. She had several men. My favorite was Joe DiMaggio. Another romance of modern times was with Hillary and Bill. Bill had a tendency to stray. It was noticed on Capitol Hill. One side of the aisle, and Hillary stood by their man. Politicians get away with this kind of thing, unless they're Republican. Well, that's my song of great romances, many in the past. Some went on for many years, others didn't last. Who's to say whether they're good or not, or whether they're right or wrong? But one thing I do know for certain, this is the end of the song.
Oh my God. I know you can't all stand up, but that deserves a standing